Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Journey Youth Podcast. I'm Alicia, and this is my co-host.
I'm Levi.
And this is...
Sarah.
Welcome, Sarah! That was really uncomfortable. You have to do the intros from here on out.
Okay.
But I survived.
You did great.
Yeah.
You did great.
No, thank you.
She's like,
No, thank you.
never again.
So this is Sarah. Do we even say your last name? Does it matter? You're just Sarah.
Yeah, sure. I'm just Sarah.
Do you want to be
Yeah.
associated with anyone who's ever been on our podcast?
You know, I
this
don't
is really
know.
up to you.
I was a little bit, not embarrassed, but like, I was a little bit,
Let me just read your message.
do you want
So our previous guest,
Casual Steve.
Wednesday Steve.
I definitely did not know that outfit choice was the chosen outfit.
You should
for
have
this.
asked.
If you're wondering what outfit choice it is, you should just go look at the past episode. It's also just a great episode about theology, but
It is.
but the outfit choice
Yeah, yeah. And
is
And I did send a message as soon as I saw.
You let him know.
So yeah, I posted a picture of us having a good time with Steve, him just telling us a story, and Sarah said, "No, did he seriously wear that toque with the hands covering the eyes emoji?"
I did.
I said
I did.
it was
I
his
love it.
casual Steve look.
And I definitely went home and said, "Did you really wear the orange toque?" I mean, it could have been.
What was his defense?
He said, "Yeah, it was casual Steve." But I said, "True casual Steve would have been wearing his buff,
Oh,
his like running buff."
Right.
You know?
That is
So,
true.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the little
And-
little headband type thing.
Yeah.
Is that what it's
So,
called? A buff?
It's a buff.
It's a buff.
Called a buff.
Uh-huh.
It is. And yeah. So, anyways, I don't know if I want to be associated with that. but
totally
it's too
fair.
late.
Yeah.
How do you think that he would feel about our outfits today?
I don't
Are we
know.
casual enough?
We're
It's Christmas. This is our Christmas episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
This is my Hallmark
I didn't even
sweater.
notice the decorations.
Yeah. Oh, what?
This is my
yeah.
camp,
tinsel.
Whispering Pines camp sweater.
But it's green.
the
the
green
light.
that you wore on purpose.
Yeah, definitely planned it.
Yes, and I have these lovely
Yes.
lights.
Lights,
They
yeah.
are wonderful.
Yeah, and
And the
also
cup.
and my special mug.
Yeah.
Let's
Shout
show
out to
this
my
off.
mom.
Show this off for our
Shout out to my
YouTube
mom.
viewers.
Yeah,
If you're watching on YouTube.
careful, it's open.
Just a girl
Yeah.
who loves
Kinda
dogs
hard
and
to see
Christmas. It
Yeah.
says on the
Without
back.
the light.
Yeah, those are my little dogs.
Yeah.
Sarah brought us some props here as well.
I did.
I also brought this snowman to hit Levi.
Ah.
Snowman
Yeah,
to
you
hit
know,
Levi
these
with.
are
Does that make
actually.
sense?
You guys
Snowball.
should open this
Oh.
first.
Oh, they're real presents.
Yeah, these are real presents, you guys.
Sarah, you didn't have to do this.
Oh, but it's the Christmas episode. I did.
Oh, okay. This makes more sense. I thought this tree was the kazoo, like made out of paper.
Amazing.
Like everything else these
This is
days.
amazing. Is this like another crown?
It is.
Yes. I like that your family loves these crowns.
I know.
Yeah.
Every year.
Makes
So-
a
Isn't
really
that a
good
hymn-
sound. Oh no! Oh, that's gone.
Yeah, it's good.
Here, you can have mine. 'Cause
But-
I'm already wearing a hat, so.
But you know, there's these lovely kazoos. And probably a joke in there.
This is amazing. We probably can't play these.
This
without...
is my family's tradition. We always do these like Christmas crackers
yeah.
for Christmas dinner.
We did that at our staff party the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got them for
some
everyone.
pretty good jokes.
Yeah. Yeah. We always read the jokes then while we're eating and yeah. It's great. I love it. But yeah, those are those gifts. And then
Thank you.
yeah.
I will irritate many people with this.
Yeah, yeah.
Which
Exactly.
end do I blow into? This end?
I think
I think it's the other one. I don't know why I think it that, but I think it's the other one. I think you have to like.
I think
be
you have
like,
to make a sound. Like you have to like talk. Yeah.
Yeah. Try it. Do. Yeah. I guess either end works then.
Aren't these great? Could you
that's
imagine bringing these out with people who have little kids and like just
Oh,
all
right,
the
yeah.
time, right? Yeah.
That's like the day where every
Can you
school
imagine-
gives out those, what are those
The
called?
recorders.
The recorders, the
Oh,
horrible
yeah.
recorders.
Oh,
Oh, did you see that video that it was a clarinet, like clarinet recital So all these kids have been practicing clarinet.
Oh no. I used to play the clarinet.
And
that was my instrument.
the
in
mom
band.
posted it and was like, I'm just proud of myself for keeping it together.
Just got to smile and tell them they did
goodness.
I'm gonna pull it up.
Oh, yikes. The recorder, though, like all of those instruments. Oh, my.
Like, how do you keep it together? Right? You immediately fell apart.
You leave.
I played the clarinet too. It's a hard instrument.
Oh,
it's pretty easy
man.
to make it squawk.
All the comments is like, I wonder how the teacher was feeling in that moment. Like they just wasted several months of time. But you know, they're trying. They're doing their best.
They're trying.
There you go.
Can you imagine like every kid at youth having one of these on a Tuesday night?
Yes.
Has that happened?
No, but I
No.
can imagine it, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I
What-
was going to say, how do you
What is
feel
that
about
situation?
that? What does that situation look like?
Yeah, what is that?
Do
what is that
not
like?
recommend. Do not wish to experience.
Well, thank you for the kazoos.
Oh,
Yes, thank you.
Yes, you're so
It's very
welcome.
nice.
You're so welcome.
I every time I see a kazoo now, I think of that kazoo kid meme. Wait a minute. Who are you? Where do you get this sort of thing, like this little
Yeah,
tree
that's
with
true.
the
I've never
kazoo
seen this before.
and the Christmas crackers? Where
like
do
the
you
Christmas
get
crackers,
that?
like Superstore, Walmart,
Awesome.
just wherever Christmas
Gonna
decorations
angle
are.
your,
Oh yeah.
your mic a little more towards you. There
Okay,
you go.
sounds good. Yeah, anywhere that there are Christmas decorations, you
So
can
in the
find them.
decoration aisle.
But the key is to match it to your theme. So whatever napkins you're gonna get, you got to also match the crackers. This is what I've learned from my mother.
Oh,
so,
okay. Did you
and you
did
can
you
also,
make a mistake one year?
Maybe
She had to correct it.
we like to have
Sarah,
like
you did a great job,
themed-
but just want to let you know.
we
these
like to
don't
have
match.
themed wrapping paper as well. So like everything
my
is
goodness.
coordinated. Yeah, I know. So it's,
What's the theme this year?
I can't remember because I think my mom bought it without me this year. So
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know.
I was talking with so
I can't remember.
for those of you who know Denver Canodal, they do a Secret Santa with Julie's family, and he was saying they take it quite seriously. So I was curious, and he explained that they like you cannot. They have a third party tell you whose name you have for Christmas. I'm like,
They bring someone else in.
why don't you just draw names? And Denver's like, well, there's a possibility that someone could see what's written on the paper in the room when you're drawing names
No way.
and reveal it. So you have
That's
to keep
so
it a secret.
intense.
You
That's
have to keep
so
it
intense.
you have to keep it a secret the whole time. He said when they arrive at the house, they have to like punch in the code for the garage door and drop off the gift
Oh wow.
so they don't see who brings in what gift.
Oh wow.
That's intense, right?
And so then from there, there's no names or anything on the gifts. You just unwrap a gift, and then you have to guess who it's for and who it's from.
Oh, interesting.
And so I'm like, what do you get if you guess it right? And he's like, oh, just bragging rights. But what was the other thing? Oh yeah, so then they go through. Each person takes a turn guessing, and what was the other thing? Oh, so I was like, well, Kate, obviously wrapping paper is gonna
Right.
give away
Yeah,
who it's
yeah.
from.
Easiest to give
Yeah.
away.
Like in my family, if it's brown craft paper with twine, it's from Danielle.
Beautiful.
Wade.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Very
or Wade.
very hipster.
Specifically, Wade.
Very hipster. There's the one year where I'm like immediately knew
Yeah.
it was like this plaid wrapping paper. I'm like, that's from Wade. 100%. 100%.
Spoke to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Or if the one year there was like some auto body masking paper that you used to like mask off areas. I'm like, that's from my dad for sure. I'm like,
You can
Dad, why are
just
you
tell.
using auto? We have wrapping paper. So suggesting like you could standardize the wrapping paper in the family. So it's just,
Exactly.
and he said he suggested that, but
They didn't go for it.
it's
That
just,
would take it
it's-
to the next level.
It's
for
just
sure.
too. It's already
Yeah.
complicated enough. So. But you guys have figured this out. You have a standardized wrapping
We
paper
do.
system for the family.
Yeah. My mom picks it out every year, and actually,
Is
I'm
it like
gonna-
a pack of wrapping paper it's all on
It's-
theme, or is it just
it's
one
like
wrapping paper?
No, like we put it together ourselves. So they
Oh.
do sell the packs, but then we actually buy just the single rolls, but
Okay.
we'll like coordinate it together.
Okay.
Wow.
And Michael made the mistake. Sorry, Michael. I'm gonna throw you under the bus here. He made the mistake of using the wrapping paper from last year.
Oh,
Michael, no.
Trying to save money and be
Yeah. He went into
frugal.
like the area that we have the wrapping paper, and he just picked.
and he just
he was like, yeah, this is
carelessly
good.
picked.
And then my mom
Michael,
yesterday.
how dare you?
Yeah, Michael, come on, do better.
You know better than this.
Yeah.
It's too bad.
Just threw him under the
What
bus.
are the
Sorry,
consequences
Michael.
of this?
Yeah.
Just like
Well, he's
someone's
just-
gasping.
He's just
Yeah,
ruined
yeah.
Christmas, basically.
ruined-
Yeah,
So-
basically,
ruined
he has to
Christmas.
he has to rewrap his gift. Actually, like
Yeah.
it can't go underneath the tree until it is wrapped in the right wrapping paper. Anybody
I'm sorry,
who
do you
gives,
think you can just give that gift as is?
So extreme.
I'm totally joking. We're not this crazy, but
Well, you
no,
should be,
like,
But really,
So-
rewrap the present.
but yeah, actually,
Just really fast aggressive.
especially if it was mine, rewrap it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
What are you doing? Oh man. Wow.
Yeah.
What
So
what
things
other
are-
Pahl traditions are there in the Pahl family?
Oh man. Well, we usually open a gift on Christmas Eve,
That's nice.
and it's usually a gift from either the dogs or
Oh, hold on.
so. Yes.
Hold on.
I like that.
Who does that? Who organizes that?
The
Is
dogs,
is it-
of course.
Yeah,
Like-
okay. Yeah, okay. But who helps
okay.
the dogs pick out the gifts? Is it Steve or is it Angela?
Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess.
It's amazing.
I feel like it's hard because after seeing your dad wear that sweater the other day, I would now
So-
start leaning. I would pick Angela, I would guess, but now after him talking about having that sweater with his dogs on it, then my guess would be Steve. But I don't know.
So that gift actually was for this year, like this year's gift from the dogs. And
very nice.
we all came home one evening for a family dinner. And
So it's
my
like an early
mom-
Christmas gift.
early Christmas
for this
gift.
year.
And my mom said, hey, we need to have a family meeting.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
The dogs,
It's very serious.
the dogs told me that they have some things that they want to talk to you about.
They just feel left out of Christmas.
No, well, then actually the dogs, they said, hey, we think that everybody needs to open up our gift to the
the family.
humans early. So, I don't know who organizes this, but this year we got a steal of a deal because we got
Nice.
to open it earlier.
What did you get?
Well, we all got the same sweater.
You got one as
So,
well?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
I know, and I should have wore it, but
Yeah.
Great.
kind of had to work today.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so we do that. We open up a Christmas gift on Christmas Eve, and then we usually do like games and appetizers and all that
love
kind of
that.
stuff. Yeah, we're big like games, board games family too.
Do you guys get competitive?
No, not at
No?
all.
Who's the most competitive?
My grandma.
Yeah.
It's scary to be there.
Ruth?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm actually surprised to hear that. She seems so quiet and sweet.
Unless you're playing a board game. Yeah.
Gets cutthroat.
Yeah. No, we're all pretty competitive. We like
Yeah.
those games.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
What kind of board games do you guys play?
I think the one that we choose to do the most is Carcassonne.
I don't even know what that is.
It's kind of
Yeah,
like
I've heard about that
Settlers
one.
of Catan, I think. It's kind of
Oh.
like that, but a little bit different. But yeah, we like that. It's like you're building your cities and your farms and you're trying to collect these resources. And we get very competitive about that, especially the farming.
Yeah.
But yeah, we like those kind of games. Scrabble, of course. Trying to think of
So for Scrabble,
anagrams.
Uh-oh.
what's your rule as far as confirming whether a word's valid or not? Does it have to be in a certain dictionary that you have, or is it as long as you can Google it and find it on
This is the
Wikipedia?
issue. This is the issue because my grandma plays Scrabble on her iPad these days. And that's a different dictionary than the original board game dictionary.
Right.
Is that, like they've got all the hip new lingo in there. So we kind of, there's
So
a
you could-
disagreement over what dictionary we
You could
actually use.
You could put Riz on the board
Yeah.
and get a quadruple word score on and letter score on the Z.
Yeah. So yeah, anyways, I don't know. It's been, I feel like we're trying not to be as competitive on that or like stick to the rules as much. But yeah.
And then
Got to keep the
what
family
if someone's
together.
trying to do like an American spelling on like theater?
Oh, I
What do
don't
you
think
do in
we've
that
had
situation?
that issue.
No?
I don't
Oh,
think
man.
we've had that issue before. Wow.
Or center?
Is
you
this
know?
what has happened in your family?
I just know.
This has started real fights.
I didn't even think about that.
I just know that could happen. My mom used to play it.
Color.
My mom used to play it a lot with, and my sister used to play it a lot with my grandma. And I never played because I'm a horrible speller in the first place. So, but yeah, they would get a little bit. They would check the dictionary, and then there'd be a little bit of, well, it's online, but well, it's not in this book. So
we're about to start a new tradition this year for Christmas with the Dirksen family, and I'd like you to spell this word.
Oh my goodness!
Jolabakaflod.
Say it again.
Jolabakaflod.
Can you use it in a sentence?
A wintertime tradition loved by Icelanders across the world is Jolablakaflod.
What's the origin?
Yeah.
So it's the Christmas book flood on Christmas Eve. So you'll find most Icelanders snuggled up with a cup of something warm, all doing the same thing, reading a book they just unwrapped. So we're going to start this as a tradition this year with the Dirksens. We're all giving each other books for Christmas Eve. We're going to unwrap a book and then sit around and read it with something warm to drink.
That's awesome.
Looking forward to it.
Nice.
See, but then you have to what if you don't enjoy the book?
I picked it out.
Well, you
picked out the one that
you're
going to get?
Yeah. Tyler picked out his book. I picked out mine. We bought them in front of each other. We're just going to wrap them and put them under the tree.
Oh my goodness. That's like me and my mom this year for Christmas. We go shopping together and she's like, I want this. I'm like, okay, I'll buy that for you. Yeah. I want this. It just makes things easier.
I'm so hard to, I feel like a lot of people in our family are hard to buy for. So we just end up sending Amazon links to each other because we draw names and then we, but it's not as
Do you
intense.
also become like the middle person though? Because I'm the middle person. My sister will be like, hey, I want to get this for my husband, but if I buy it, he'll see it. Can you buy it and ship it to me? And then my mom will be like, hey, your sister wants this. Here's the link. Can you order it? And I'm like, so I'm just kind of doing everyone's shopping.
I don't think I've done that. I have had to, not had to, but I have given some suggestions to people. I'm like, hey, I know
this wouldn't be the worst.
This person wants this for that person.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I know. Yeah, like I sound like here's like, well, what do you want? I'm like, oh, just get this. I'm like, well, which one? I'm like, oh my gosh. But I'm trying to forget what I asked for.
Right.
So it's like I'll open it and be like, oh yeah,
it's actually a surprise.
Oh yeah, I asked for this. I forgot that I asked for this.
I should do that.
Remove it from your list so you don't see.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that you're hoping to forget, I feel like you're delaying what we've come here to talk about.
Yeah, you definitely are. There has not been.
We've come here to talk about Hallmark.
Oh.
And I know you're so excited about it that you can just honestly hardly wait.
I wasn't trying to delay it.
I don't know. It kind of sounded like it.
Just exuding the joy of the topic.
Alicia was saying she saw one today, or you watched one recently that was actually decent.
Here's the thing with Hallmark movies is there's actually some very bad ones, but there's also some very good ones.
Oh, there's
there's a lot of really good ones.
There's a lot of really good ones.
But today I saw one that was clearly given a budget.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got some pretty decent actors in it. I was even saying the guy from Star Trek, number one, what's his name? William.
No.
What is it?
No, that's William Shatner you're thinking.
No, that wasn't that his name?
No.
We just looked it up.
It's called
Which one did you watch?
Biltmore Christmas.
Biltmore Christmas.
Yes.
Okay, don't ruin. I've only seen 45 minutes of it because I was watching it over breakfast and I was watching it over lunch and then I was like, so I haven't seen the ending. Jonathan, thank you. Yes. Jonathan Frakes. Yes. There he is.
The guy who does that show, he's like, you ever done this before? You ever?
But originally from Star Trek.
And also the actress. She's a good one.
She's from One Tree Hill.
Most of the ones that she's in, it's great.
Yes,
you can count on them.
And Candace Cameron.
Yes.
If they're in the movie, I will watch that movie and I will have high expectations. And I, so far, have never been disappointed.
Yeah.
However, there's a girl named Lacey. If she's in it, I know it's going to be a middle rung, it's maybe one of the worst things I've ever seen, but I'm still going to push through kind of a situation.
There are a few of hers that I don't mind.
I feel so lost right now just saying.
I like also that we know the actors' names.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
But
these are important people.
I feel less silly about Marvel movies now. Just saying.
I was explaining this to someone recently. I was like, you know it's going to be a good one based off of the actors for sure. And there's been some where they're like, oh yeah, let's pile in all of the A-list, B-list actors, A-list of Hallmark.
Do they? Do they ever do like a crossover of Hallmark movies? That I'm just thinking like
What do you
now
mean?
that I mentioned Marvel, is there like a Avengers equivalent for a Hallmark movie where like all the couples get together for
no, because
even more special Christmas?
it would actually be kind of horrific to follow because each actor and actress has probably already like married or dated in a movie, like in a This Is Forever way, like at least all of the other ones.
Yeah.
Like.
So then they have to
their
like
characters cross over too much. It would be very confusing.
Well, then you could wow.
Yeah. But there's some really good.
So how do they pretend to be someone else? Like how do you play a different person?
Acting in general, isn't it?
But I feel like in those movies they're just playing themselves.
What?
Like they're not,
They're playing themselves. I don't think so.
Like Keanu Reeves, he's in a movie. He's just like, oh, you're just playing Keanu Reeves as Keanu Reeves, right? Like
they're acting. Some of them better than others.
Their hearts out.
Yes,
but yeah,
do they ever do like a fake accent to like mask, like make it seem like
I feel like I have seen that.
Yes, and those ones are the bad ones,
or like a drawl or something that they don't naturally have.
Because then they have like these ones around the world where there's like in Scotland or Ireland or wherever.
Yes,
and some of them they're definitely faking their accents.
There was one I liked with Brooke Shields in it.
Yes, on Netflix.
Oh yeah, Brooke Shields. Yeah.
Was it on Netflix? Is that what it was? So it wasn't a Hallmark movie.
No, but it was like, a Christmas.
Right.
Type.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, the Netflix ones aren't Hallmark movies?
No, I made that mistake because years ago we had a Hallmark roasting party for youth group, and I was like, I'm going to show this movie. And then I turned it on, and the first thing I noticed was that it was not Hallmark. And I'm like, well.
So, but I mean, hasn't like the term Hallmark movie kind of transcended the Hallmark brand? Like it's more of a genre now.
I mean, maybe.
I think so. I think people use it a lot to just talk about Christmas movies in general.
If I had stuck to Hallmark, I would have been in a better situation. You were there that night, right?
That's the only Hallmark movie I've ever seen.
So it's not even
Christmas
Hallmark.
Which one did you watch?
I think it was The Princess Switch. Because I thought it would be so pure and good. And like, this is the problem too. Is like, I tend to watch things at home while I'm crocheting. And like, so you should always keep your eyes on the screen when you're previewing something to show at church. And number two, there's just a different filter you have when you're watching something at home than when you're watching it at church. So like, that would be appropriate because all of a sudden at one point, one of the guys in the movie is brushing his teeth shirtless and he walks out. All the kids are screaming. I'm like, what have I done? This wouldn't have been in a Hallmark film, Just wouldn't.
Man, no,
the purists are there, you know.
I was gonna start describing the movie to try and narrow it down, but then I realized they're all the same. I'm like, she's a baker. Wait, no, that doesn't.
No, hey, they've got some good storylines. Okay, however,
he's from the big city. Oh, never mind.
I do want to talk about the one that I recently watched.
Yes, please tell me about it.
I was very disappointed in Hallmark this is kind of like Alicia and I have been talking
Sarah's got
a
a
lot.
hot take on Hallmark movies.
I really do. So this one is called Never Been Christ.
Cool.
Sorry,
Tell me more.
And it's about these two BFFs. They have left their hometown, of course, and gone to university and are now working in the big city. And then for Christmas, they're coming home to visit their family. So they then run into this guy, Chris, who they used to go to high school with. And
Is
they
his
were
name
like,
Chris Kringle?
No.
Oh, it is just Chris.
I don't
know. Sometimes it goes that way.
Sometimes it does, yeah. But yeah, so they run into this guy, Chris, and they're just like, let's get together over the holidays, whatever. Well, he ends up becoming really good friends, really too good of friends with one of the girls. And the two friends, then they're kind of fighting about this. But
but then she finds a Chris of her
many Chris's.
Because there's only so many Chris's.
Are you joking? She found a Chris of her own?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm joking.
I'm like, is really what happened?
No. Okay, so the one girl that Chris likes, he takes her on a date, and they start talking. And the writing for this is just terrible, you guys.
Is this the vegan one?
Yes.
Yes. I'm so excited.
So he's like, yeah, I'm vegan, and she's like, oh, then like you can't have this hot chocolate or these cookies or whatever that they're at. Like this restaurant that they're at. And he's like, it's actually a vegan place, but it's a secret. Like, he's like, don't worry. It's okay. I can eat all this stuff.
And
then she's like, well, like what made you decide to become a vegan? And he's like, he talks about his past, and he's like, I just really felt like this was the right direction for me to go. and like all very serious. And she just accepted it. And she's like, wow, I really like that for you. And like, I had to pause it.
Yeah.
And then I had to rewind it.
I'd probably just turn it off.
And I had to actually like...
No, you can't turn that
I
off.
had to take a moment. I had to take a moment.
Is it like the burning building where you just can't look away?
Yeah, I was like, what? Why is this?
Hold up.
This is the story. So that actually ends up being the story, is that he's vegan, but he's lying about it. That's the whole point of the movie.
There has to be a conflict.
Is that, because there has to be a conflict. So the conflict is that, I'm sorry, I'm spoiling the Hallmark movie for you guys, but the
I'm sure they don't care.
How dare you?
I'm sure everyone is fine with this.
Do you two care? You're gonna go watch it now. No, so yeah, this was the whole conflict. Is that he is vegan, but he's lying about it, and her best friend finds out because she sees him eating a piece of meat at a party.
She's excited to take him down.
And then she's like jealous because her friend is spending so much time with him. So she goes running across the house to go to her friend. And she's like, he is lying about being a vegan. And she's like, you're just jealous. And then later on at a restaurant, she leaves, like the girl that likes Chris, they're on another date. Mm-hmm. She leaves the table to take a call, and he sneaks a bite of her chicken, and she sees from across the restaurant, and she then calls her best friend, and she's like, I don't know what to do anymore. And there's like this like really panicked. There's like this really panicked.
My reaction if someone was lying to me about being a vegan and I saw them eat meat, be like, oh,
congratulations, finally.
I'm glad. I'm glad that wasn't true.
I could not believe it. So I actually took like a video of that one section, and I sent it to you because I just could not believe that this was the story that they are creating.
We have a Furbo in our house. It's like this little like camera to watch your dog.
Yeah. Right,
and I laughed so hard watching the video that I got an alert. Your dog is barking. It was so funny. Man. It was so funny. I mean, they're running out of content.
So what's the typical, because I am not well versed in these Hallmark movies. What is the typical conflict that arises? What's the most common conflict?
Like some kind of communication problem, for sure.
I would say the other vast majority is big city, small town problems. Mm-hmm. So someone's visited from the big city.
Land,
yes.
And you're going to have to shut down
or
your
like,
business.
I'm used to the hustle and bustle, and I can't handle this lifestyle in your quiet little town. And he's like, I'll never move to the big city. This is my life and my roots. And they're like, well, then I guess we can never be together.
And then she goes back to the big city and is wow, that was actually really relaxing.
Yeah,
nice.
I hate this pace of life. I didn't realize how much I hated my life, and I have to go back to where I was happy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but there's always a conflict. There really is. Mm-hmm. And you know that if you haven't seen the conflict yet, it's coming. It's coming. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's never just a happy Hallmark. Because why watch, if it's just like no conflict.
But I think that's why I like it. It's like, I just like how comforting it is.
You're like, oh no,
it's the same every time.
About being a vegan. What have you done?
The Brooke Shields one I enjoyed, again, not Hallmark. Yeah. But it's kind of funny because like the conflict is that there's a man.
Do you want to spoil it for Sarah? I really
no,
don't.
I've
seen you've seen it. Okay.
Of course.
Please spoil it for me.
She's seen it. Of course. Also becomes a knitter. Spoiler alert in that. She learns to knit.
Yeah.
So,
oh no, darn.
Yeah.
Ruined it for me.
So the problem is there's a man who can no longer afford his family castle. He's just got a castle. It's been in the family for hundreds of years. And now, times have been tough. Yeah. Can't afford the bills anymore. He's got to get out of there. So here's this really rich woman who just wants to own a castle. And so she's moved over there, and it took over ownership and is living. Yeah. And so there's this like uncomfortable couple weeks where like he can't move out quite yet, but she's already living there. And so like the conflict obviously is like, he's having to leave the castle, right? The family, and she's purchased it, but they're still falling in love. And so now what?
Yeah.
Now what?
Exactly.
He's getting kicked out. Wow. So too bad.
Wow.
I really like the time ones, like the either going back in time or the future ones,
like
right?
This one.
Yes.
Or the Candace Cameron does a really good one of those.
Journey Back to Christmas.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They time travel in these movies?
They do.
Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Like they make a time machine or they find a time machine?
Somehow, no. Christmas magic.
Lightning.
Like it's not a period.
An hourglass.
It's not like a period.
A comet.
The comet. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a period piece. They're actually in the present day and then traveling back in time.
Correct.
Or
Well,
into the future.
There's both. So there's one where the Candace Cameron one that we're talking about. It starts out where it is like a period piece. They're in like 1960s, something like that, and then she somehow gets bounced back or not back forward to the
present day.
Yeah, to present day. And so then she's like, what is going on? Like, what are these cars?
And I love the realism of that. What are these cars?
Yeah, exactly.
What is that thing you're holding in your hand? What does that do? How do I make a phone call?
But then the other one that you're watching, she's going back in time.
Yes.
So it can be both. It,
They're
you never know.
really running out of ideas.
These are great. These are the new ideas.
Yeah, these
are better.
These are good.
When you run out of ideas, what you start to introduce time travel.
Or
that's a sign of running out of ideas.
The same actress was in one years ago, and it's one of my favorite ones, where she ends up in a little small town and then ends up meeting, I think it was her grandma or something, and being welcomed into a family. And she didn't have a family, working at the cafe.
Oh, I don't know.
It was so beautiful. There's something about a necklace.
Yes. Those are good ones too. The ones about
beautiful.
family.
Yes.
Yeah. Or there's some where actually, I think it's another Candace Cameron one where she adopts a little boy, that she ends up meeting in this small town.
Oh.
But then, she ends up meeting this little boy, and he is up for adoption or something like that. And then she's like, "Yeah, I really want to take care of you." And those ones
That's
are
the
so
one
cute.
with the angel wings. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Is that the one?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Look how excited you are about all
I'm
this.
just trying to find another.
But
Is Candace Cameron related to Kurt Cameron?
they are siblings. Yes.
That's hilarious.
She can't kiss on any movie
looking up
unless her
Fireproof to
husband
try to
is
remember his
there.
name.
Well, and there's been a lot of drama because she now started her own network. She
Yes.
will no longer do Hallmark movies.
Which is very devastating because I heard it's really difficult to find the new network and it's full of commercials.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
darn it.
How dare you?
All these first world problems.
Oh, man. I just...
I'm just here to balance
Hallmark
out.
movies, Hallmark movies make Christmas time for us. That is the
That's your
week
tradition.
between Christmas and New Year's. It's just on all the time.
So you and your mom watch these movies.
My whole
That's
family.
your tradition. Oh, your
Yeah.
whole family.
You didn't know that?
Steve's there?
Yes. You didn't know that?
Well, he's
Oh, yeah. No, he has mentioned that.
Yeah. Oh,
in
yeah.
sermons.
He preaches on this.
Yeah, exactly.
But he usually-
But he's not.
He's usually like,
He's
yeah,
listening. He's not fully present.
He
Until the
does
final few moments
Yeah.
with
He
does the
bated
dad
breath
watch.
puts down the
Yeah,
book.
he does the dad watch.
The dad watch. Someone made a
Please do
video of
explain.
this. It's a little bit of the dad's walking by and stops.
Yeah.
Kind of looking, oh, what's
Yeah.
this? What are you watching? Oh, cool. And then they walk by again and they stop. Maybe there's some hands on the hips. And they'll stand there. They'll never sit down. They'll just stand there. They could stand there for the rest of the movie.
Oh, right. Yeah. But then they're not committed to it, really.
And maybe,
you know?
they're
Yeah.
not.
They're
'cause
not
they're not
fully
interested.
in. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
They
They're
got
not-
things to do.
Right.
I have
Maybe.
projects to do.
Yeah.
I'm a busy guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is kind of cool.
Walls to
They might
paint.
lean on the couch a little bit, maybe.
And then maybe
might
they
sit
walk
down.
away, but they're actually still listening.
Yeah, and they're watching from the kitchen, kind of from afar.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, he claims that he watches them or listens to them for sermon purposes.
Oh, right. Research.
Like,
Yep.
yeah, it is a little bit of research for his job, right? Makes sense.
I'm sure Jesus' leadership skills that he's been preaching
Yeah.
on has a lot to do
Yeah.
with Hallmark movies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like how you should always be aware to not bring up pancakes at Christmas
Yes.
time or you'll offend
yes.
someone in a Christmas
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. I think you might need to just show on
Yeah.
your Instagram, you can maybe through your stories, just share a bunch
Show that
of
clip.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna.
Because there's
I'm gonna,
some really good ones.
We can react to it again, and I'll just put it on screen for everyone on YouTube watching or even listening.
I'm gonna get breakfast started. Does anybody have any requests?
She's asking what everyone wants for breakfast.
I'd love some pancakes.
The music starts to change. And he
just,
walks away in
walks away.
tears.
Okay, I gotta find this
I
other
want to
one.
know why. I really want to know
I gotta
why.
find this other one.
I have a
here,
feeling
'cause-
I have a feeling, this is my guess.
Yeah.
He always wanted, so I'm guessing that's his dad.
Okay.
And I'm guessing that there was some sort of thing when he's a kid, like he just wanted dad to make pancakes for him and he wouldn't. So now that he's bringing it up, it's bringing back all these memories of childhood trauma.
Yeah.
All he got was waffles.
Or maybe dad went to get some milk for the pancakes and never returned.
That's not his actual dad, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, but who was the woman in the background? I feel like she plays a crucial role. She looked like she was kind of giving a look.
Is she the love interest? Is she the sister?
I don't know. Okay, but yeah.
Let's look again.
Yeah. Like, that stance there, I think she's given a look.
She's like, why are you asking what we want for breakfast?
Yeah. There's something going on.
What's your deal? Something
going on there.
Gosh. He just has to see it again. Help me understand the scene. Again.
This is what the episode should have been. We should have just been watching a Hallmark movie and then
reacting to it. I love that.
Okay, you gotta.
So it is an official Hallmark movie because the Hallmark watermarks in the corner. So if anyone wants to watch
find
that.
it.
There's this.
Find it. Let us know what it is.
Coming to the Green Pine Grove Town Square Christmas Eve Festival of Lights Christmas Tree Decorating Contest Finalist Gala tonight.
The Green Pine Grove Town Square Christmas Eve Festival of Lights Christmas Tree Decorating Contest Finalist Gala tonight? Of course we'll be at the Green Pine Grove Town Square Christmas Eve Festival of Lights Christmas Tree Decorating Contest Finalist Gala tonight. How could we miss the Green Pine Grove Town Square Christmas Eve Festival?
Okay.
Because he actually says the whole thing. I was like, oh my goodness.
This reminds me.
Just rolls off the tongue.
It just, yeah.
I always wanted to have the pivotal, quintessential, that's the word I'm looking for, Hallmark moment of seeing the Christmas tree light up in town.
I know.
And so I always have a Friday night youth event on the tree lighting night. And so I've never made it before.
Do you still have that clip?
Yeah, probably.
So you should just take the youth downtown to Midnight Madness and watch it.
Well, I made it this last year for the first time.
I missed it this year. You know what? I made my students decorate a tree and we did a little mini tree lighting ceremony as well. So maybe this is just Hallmark has set the standards of what a tree lighting ceremony does for people. Oh, wow.
Did you hear what they said?
Happy New Year.
Did they actually?
Yeah. So
I missed that.
It's just I was so excited. I made this whole night of it, and we're going out for dinner, and we have to get down there at this time so you get a parking spot, and like literally the bill took so long to come. I'm like, I'm gonna miss it after all this time. So running down the street, and I get there, and it's at least 7 minutes of speeches.
You're like, get on with it.
From people that we don't know.
Well, the best part actually was that Jake was introducing everybody, and so he's like, next we're gonna hear from Lisa. Yay, Lisa! In a way that only Jake could. So I'm like, that was my favorite part. But I was like, all of it's leading up. I'm like, light the tree. I'm so excited. And there's all these people out there. Yeah. And then they do this countdown. And then I don't know, I expected a moment, but it was just kind of oh, the light is on. And they lit one tree, and then they lit a super mediocre tree right beside it where I'm like, oh, why?
Why that one?
And if you drive down First Street, you can see the one tree that's the main tree. Yeah. Because it's got lights all the way around. And then the other tree only has lights on one side.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. It's even worse than I knew.
When we were walking around, we walked down to the Esplanade and we looked back and we were like, wait, only half of that tree is wrapped in lights. Yeah.
Budget cuts, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I kind of thought I'm expecting this slow turn.
Part of me is honestly,
swiveling up, or everyone's going to be, it's kind of
you know what it needed?
That's done.
It needed some music to go along with
That's
it.
That's true. Yeah. It's something magical.
Yeah. Some build up the symphony.
Well, the carolers were even there.
What
were they doing?
They could have been singing.
What were the carolers doing?
You know what I wish Medicine Hat had, which I've heard that they did. Jolene was telling me that they did way back when, but a light up thing in Kincooley.
That was awesome.
Do you remember that?
You could drive through it.
Okay. Because I did not know. And I was like, that would be so cool. But
well, they a lot of that stuff was around downtown for a long time or throughout the city. Okay. And then they moved it to setting it up in Kincooley. And then, a lot of it got I think just kind of
Yeah.
broken over the
Or
years.
someone got tired of putting it up.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid, though, it being very magical.
Yep.
Yeah.
We just like slowly drove through and
Because then that
like
would be
stuff
fun
was
too
moving.
to have like a big
and-
tree lighting ceremony.
Oh,
down
yeah.
there. Like,
Oh, yeah.
so Christmassy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the fiasco a few years ago about like the one? So the one tree down in that park on 2nd Street there, they had put Christmas lights on it one year and then just left them. So they never took them down
All year.
ever. They would just turn it on only at
Yeah.
Christmas.
Oh, funny.
But over the years, windstorms, other things, the lights got pretty severely messed up.
Right. Yes.
So then one year they turned on the lights and they just look horrible.
Oh, that's so funny.
So
it just
bad.
like sort of lights up
They
here
look-
and there.
Yeah, they're like just like
They didn't do a
jumbled
test
up in
run?
spots, and
Oh my
it was
goodness. Like,
All right, they'll come.
yeah, don't. Let's do a test run first.
yeah. They plugged in.
Nobody look.
And they just
Looked
left it.
awful. Yeah.
They just-
yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh man, that's
But then there was
terrible.
enough of an uproar
Yeah.
of people complaining like, "Are you kidding me? You can't even just like go up there and fix it?"
Whose
Like,
job was this?
Oh man.
and so then I think eventually, Telus volunteered to fix
To
it.
save Christmas.
To save Christmas. I
Really?
think it was Telus. It
That's
was some
funny.
sort of company with a bucket
That's
truck.
so
Yeah.
funny.
So they went, redid the lights, and I think that's the tree now that actually looks good.
Next to the one the
Well,
city decorated.
And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't believe
Because it was only ever one tree in that park, so I don't know why there's two trees. I don't know. That,
Well, the
honestly, it's
second one
one and a
was so
half trees. Let's be
unnecessary.
honest.
It was so unnecessary.
I
Like,
think-
like when it
Yeah.
started, I'm like, oh, they're doing all that. And I'm like, no, they stopped
just
right
two,
there.
Just
Yeah.
two. Yeah, yeah. I think all this to say,
just the two. Okay.
all this to say, Medicine Hat is not really a Hallmark town. You know,
Right.
like
But you know what I have appreciated over the years, past few years, is the little lights they put on the street
Oh,
lights.
I love
Yeah.
those.
Those
Yeah.
are very Christmassy.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Agree.
I think this year is just honestly just not as Christmassy because it feels like
There's-
we're pretending
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
pretending it's Christmas.
I know.
no snow.
There's no
'Cause
snow.
there's no
Yeah,
snow.
I know. I have not been
Like
in
no,
the Christmas
guys,
mood
it's,
really.
It's
Like,
definitely
yeah.
Christmas. Trust me.
I know.
I'm not sure
Jackpot on
actually.
our snowball, our youth banquet we just put on. It
Yeah.
snowed that
Right.
day or the day before. It snowed the day before.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of like, okay,
I think what
this
I
is
think it was
good.
the day of,
This is
wasn't it?
okay.
No?
Yeah,
Okay,
maybe.
yeah.
I don't know.
But there was
Yeah.
snow on the ground, and I was kind of like, this is
Yeah.
acceptable
And
now.
that was my favorite snow. I think because it was like
Out of all the snows,
it was a decoration.
that was my favorite.
It was just decorative, and
It was,
the roads immediately melted.
so it was
So there was
safe.
no
Yeah.
No one was
ice
in
or no
peril.
slick roads, and there was just this kind of nice blanket of snow on everything.
just a little bit, not crazy amount.
Yeah, not excessive.
Yeah.
And it was that if they did that once a week,
Yeah,
I'd be happy.
Then
It's okay.
that's fine. Yeah,
I mean,
don't
not
need-
not once
no
a week
ice,
always,
No ice.
no, just through
winter.
honestly, just December.
Yeah, not
yeah, December's
not the
fine,
whole
yeah.
year. Please,
Yeah.
not in July.
When there's snow in
Levi
January,
asked for
Yeah.
it.
it just feels like I compare there being snow in January to being like, you know, when you have a party and everyone comes over and then there people start to leave,
Okay.
and then there's that one person
Oh,
who can't take a hint.
Can't
yes.
That's what snow in January is like. I'm like, we're done here.
But this is
You can
Canada.
go.
We have to expect snow in January and
I just-
February.
I
don't
can't
know.
accept it.
Yeah.
And nothing will make me. I mean, I think it's worse when it's also like it's cold throughout the winter, and then it's like, oh, now it's January, and now it's like -40, -45.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It
What's
does-
the benefit
It does
of that?
get really sad because there's
Yeah.
there's just nothing to look forward to. There's no
Yeah.
Christmas.
No.
Everything is
it's just
dead and
pointless.
frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're cold. We can't
Yeah.
leave our
Yeah.
houses. Our
Yeah.
And
cars
then
might
it's like
not
that
start.
till April.
I know.
Heavy
Yeah.
lifting outside.
awful.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But a brown Christmas is not that great.
No.
No,
either. So
but we
we
will
need
have
like
one
a
this
happy
year.
medium.
I looked
yeah,
at the
don't think it's gonna
forecast.
snow.
I think even
I'm
Christmas
gonna
is like
check
4
right now.
degrees.
I'm gonna check
Yeah.
because it does change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man,
We
Saturday plus
Oh.
10.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not going to change that much.
well, yeah, it was plus 10 today too. It's
That's
like,
that's Saturday the 16th, depending on when you're listening. Oh yeah,
yeah,
Oof.
it's
it's not looking good for
looking
snow.
pretty warm here. We are taking
Darn.
the students to Elkwater tomorrow, and
Oh,
we're
that's
gonna go
fun.
cut down Christmas trees and do
Ooh.
sledding. But
Oh,
I heard that
tree
they
murder.
had to, tree murder.
cool.
I'll be thinking about that tomorrow. Yeah, tree murder. But yes, I heard that
look.
they had to.
The sugary blood coming out of as this is sap.
I'm gonna go murder a tree tomorrow. But yes, I heard that they had to bring snow from the ski hill to the tobogganing hill because we want to take them tobogganing and snowshoeing and all that. But yeah, we're doing some Christmassy things, but hopefully there's like a little bit of
So
snow.
students, for those listening, who are your students?
Oh yes, my students. I teach newly immigrated people to Canada. So I teach English as a second language, and these people.
So for some of them, this is their first time experiencing.
Yeah, actually, most of them I think it's about half and half for my class, but for some of them, it's their first Christmas.
Yeah.
They experienced their first snow. I got to see one of my students. I could see outside. It was kind of snowing, so I took the whole class out because it was this one student's first time seeing snow. And
Right.
yeah, some of them came in January, February, but they didn't get to experience Christmas and all of the festivities leading up to it.
It's all
So
new.
yeah.
Yeah, there was someone the other day at Young Adults, the YXH Young Adults, and they're saying it was their first winter here in Canada. I was like, oh,
This is
it's
mild.
very mild,
Yeah,
just so
yeah.
you know.
I
If you're
know.
here next year,
Yeah.
it might not be this nice.
Well,
Just giving you a heads up.
yeah. And last year was worse than usual. And a lot of them came last year in October or November. So they were they're telling all of the people that this is whose winter, this is their first winter.
Right.
They're telling them no, this is not normal. They're because we came last
this
year
year
and it
they're,
was a
thankful.
blizzard.
Yeah.
They're we love this winter because there's no snow. So
Yeah.
I had a friend from Costa Rica come up to live in Canada for the first time, and it was 13 degrees outside. He was shivering on the couch saying he'd never been so cold in his life.
Oh no.
Like above 13?
Above 13.
Above zero?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
came from an open air house where
Right.
you're just, it's always
Yeah.
warm,
Wow.
always. We got a puppy
Yes.
Oh,
you
recently within the last
did.
couple
what's the
weeks
puppy's
here.
name?
Goldberry.
I love
And
it.
I got to see what I'm assuming was her first experience with snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd she think?
Not as excited as our previous dog Emma was, but Emma was like a mountain dog. So she was rolling
Built
in
for
it,
it.
obsessed with
Right.
it. This is the greatest thing. Walking with her was hysterical because she used to take little snacks on the way. She just stop for a bite of snow and then just keep walking and then
snow.
another
Nom,
little
nom, nom,
snack,
nom.
another
Little snow
it was
cone.
so funny. It was
Yeah.
her favorite thing in the world. But Goldberry so far is kind of just oh, this is a thing that has occurred.
Yeah.
So for those who aren't, maybe into Lord of the Rings, as some, where does the name Goldberry come from?
Okay, that's a lot of pressure because I'm going
Yeah.
to disappoint Tyler if
No,
I
he-
can't state it correctly.
He'll be proud of you.
I mean,
sure.
maybe.
Tyler's listening.
So
Yeah.
it's Goldberry's not in the movies.
Oh, okay.
She's in the books.
Didn't know that.
She is Tom Bombadil's wife.
Let me fact check you make sure we're getting
Thank
this
you.
right.
I believe she is some sort of water spirit and helps
is
with the
Tom?
season changes. Yeah, apparently Tom, oh no, now he's going to be really upset with me. Tom Bombadil is some kind of amazing character that we know so little about that everyone is really excited
She
about
is
him.
Tom Bombadil's wife. Yeah.
Kate, yeah.
That is correct.
There you go. Yeah.
Also known as the River Woman's daughter.
Okay.
but not in the movies.
Not in the movies at all.
Only
So
in the
that makes
books.
sense because I've only ever seen the movies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can
I'm
you
like,
look
I don't
up Tom
remember
Bombadil and explain
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Because Tyler gets really excited about that. And I described that very
Oh, sorry.
poorly.
Wikipedia is just asking for money, a handout again. Gosh, Wikipedia, do your own fundraising.
They're like, we're trying.
Yeah.
Just put some ads in. J.R. Tolkien's legendary, his first appearance in 19 Tom. Oh yeah, he first appeared in print in 1934 in a 1934 poem called "The Adventures of Tom Bombadil," which also included the Lord of the Rings character Goldberry, his wife, Old Man Willow, an evil tree in his forest, and the Barrow White, from whom he rescued the hobbits.
That's all it says. It's not that interesting.
We need it
I feel like there's so much
We
more.
need a Lord of the
I'm
Rings
just like
fan
skipping
here.
back
to-
here.
I'm not that
I
person.
love it. I love it, but I am not like I don't know I don't know enough about it. They're my favorite movies, but I do not know enough about it.
Have you read the books?
No,
No.
I tried. I tried
Not-
to read The
neither
Hobbit,
did
I. Too hard?
but I couldn't. It's just
It's also kind of written in like kind of old English too, isn't it? Yeah. So that's probably part of it.
yeah. I couldn't get into the books.
But
There you go.
I once watched all 4 Lord of the Rings extended editions in one day. And I don't know if I recommend it. Because by the end, I just wanted it to be over so bad.
you could you actually really appreciate the movies?
Well, that's the thing, right? First movie, you're like, yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
Second movie, you're like, cool. And then third movie, you're like, oh my gosh, I just want to go to bed.
You know, this
there's
is
more.
actually a Christmas
But there's
tradition
more.
for my family
Oh,
because
really?
usually for Star Wars and for Lord of the Rings, we will do like
A marathon?
movie nights. Yeah, yeah. But we won't do it in the same night. Maybe like 1 or 2 in the
yeah.
same night. But usually
Watch
just
one in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, or like save it. You
Controversial
gotta spread it
opinion.
out.
I don't think The Sound of Music is a Christmas movie.
Oh, yikes! I do think that it is
Why?
because it's always played at Christmas time.
Why?
But is the 10 Commandments a Christmas movie?
No.
No,
But it's also always played at Christmas
that's
time.
true. I know, but I guess I just
It's the only
associate-
time of year anyone has that much time to sit down to
watch the
commit to it.
I know.
That's one of
I
those
think-
ones that
I'm
came
pretty
on
sure it
2
was-
VHS tapes.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause
pretty
there
sure that
wasn't
was
enough
also
room.
my mom's Christmas tradition.
Yeah.
But we didn't keep that one up. But Sound of Music, yes,
My favorite-
always.
My favorite part in the 10 Commandments is when he is like, he's gone through the desert and he like passes out by the well and all the women come to get water from the well. And then they start freaking out because he's there. And then one of them, they're like, oh, it's a man, it's a man, it's a man. And then one of them says, is it a real man?
No. It's a fake
It's just
man.
like, yeah, like who's writing the dialogue, or are you improvising this? Anyways,
The people who
great.
wrote
so
Hallmark movies.
what do you think?
Good comeback around. Yeah.
Maybe. Do you guys think Die Hard is a Christmas movie?
It's obviously a Christmas movie.
It
It's
is.
literally based around a Christmas party.
Yeah.
Is
literally.
Iron Man 3 a Christmas movie?
I think it's been a while since I've
I don't
seen
remember
Iron Man
it.
3. I don't
It
remember
takes
it.
place during Christmas. It takes place during Christmas, but I don't consider it a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's
But
funny.
I guess because it is a Christmas, well, yeah,
it's funny how
it
like
does have to do with the Christmas party quite a
some
bit.
movies we just
Yeah.
we're like, yeah, it's a Christmas movie.
Also, I'm a grown up, but I'm a sensitive grown up. So like I can watch Die Hard, but I don't want to look at all of it.
Yeah, it's,
So my tradition, if I play Die Hard, and I usually
Yeah.
do, I play it while I'm wrapping Christmas presents.
so you can look away.
Yes.
Yeah, you're
Because-
doing
Like,
something.
Oh, he's stepping on glass.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah.
see that, but I want to watch the movie.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Christmas movie? Like actual Christmas movie?
Home Alone. I don't think there's a season I haven't watched it, which is why I would say that. Oh no, I'm going to come up with extras now. That's my.
What?
Well, The Holiday. I love The Holiday. Or have you seen the one with
yeah.
Sandra Bullock? While you were
While you were sleeping? Yes, that is a Christmas movie for sure. Mhm. Yep, I know.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Love
I
it.
really enjoy watching Elf,
Yeah.
specifically with my dad,
Why?
because he just busts a gut every time we watch that movie. He's like on the verge of tears laughing. And so it just makes the movie 10 times funnier when you're watching it with someone that's like
Yeah.
laughing that hard. But yeah, there was Kia last night. They watched Elf for their Choose Your Own
That's fun.
Adventure,
Oh.
but she doesn't like it. She doesn't like that movie.
I know, but Kia also doesn't like Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
So
I told her
Kia.
she's kind of a Grinch, and she's like, "Yeah, well, whatever."
that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, yeah, she didn't care.
Kia, we love you.
But she hasn't watched the. She said she hadn't watched it in like 5 years, so she's like, "I was gonna give
It's
it a
like
chance."
tolerable. Do you have a favorite Christmas movie?
Elf.
Oh, Elf. That is
Well,
your
I mean,
Well,
one
yeah,
of
and
when watching with your dad.
and
Specifically,
and
yeah.
what else? I feel like I can't just pick one, you know? Like,
I couldn't.
There's just so many.
I also enjoy Home Alone. My mom really enjoys Home Alone, but she doesn't like the beginning where his family's just mean to him for no reason.
Oh, your mom's so nice. I like she doesn't like that. That's great.
And and then you kind of like, I think one time I just watched it on my own and I'm like, wow, they are, because she'd always just skip past it. She's like, I just want to watch the burglars get pranked. But yeah, like,
Aw.
I'm like, wow, they're like horrible to him. Like they all like gang out, like he spills like milk or something,
Yeah.
and then they're like,
Yeah.
"Look what you did, you little jerk!"
Yeah,
and then they're
whole
like all
family
staring
stops.
at
The
him.
whole, yeah.
Like no one cares about that in real
Yeah.
life. Your sibling pours milk on the ground, you're
Yeah.
eating pizza.
Yeah.
I'm just keep
Yeah.
eating pizza.
Yeah.
That whole first part of Home Alone, I don't like. There's just so
Yeah.
many people in one house, and I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
Too many.
too many.
What's your favorite?
Oh goodness. I really like the Santa Claus. Like that's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
my Christmas Eve movie.
Oh,
so I've got
Yeah.
a fun fact. Well, not so fun. A fact about it.
Uh-oh.
So
Is it going to ruin it? No.
originally they filmed that scene where, you know, the opening scene where Santa Claus falls off the roof and then he puts on the coat and he's like, that's what makes him become Santa Claus, right? Originally, they had him go out with a shotgun to see who was on his roof, and he shot Santa.
oh no.
Oh no.
And that was
going to be the story?
going to be the story.
Yeah,
and
and
I don't
actually killed Santa?
I don't think he could become Santa after killing Santa. That seems
Yeah.
morally corrupt.
Yeah. And so I don't know if the producers were like, or if the test screening audience was
Didn't,
like,
yeah.
But they are
probably.
like, maybe it's not a good idea for us to kill Santa and the
No.
kids. Well, I mean, they did. But maybe it's not good for him to shoot him with a shotgun
No.
in
Yeah.
a Disney movie.
Yeah, that's a straight up
Probably
bad idea.
not. You know, I think the accident
Probably
of just
not good
falling
for
off a
America's
roof.
dad from
Yeah.
Home Improvement to shoot Santa.
Yeah.
He's already a bit of a dislikable character. That was kind of a theme back in the day for Christmas movies, like this dad who's just like not there for his kids.
That's true.
And then he's always working too much.
Yeah.
And
that's
there's
true.
a lot of Christmas movies based in around that concept.
Yeah, it's
but
true.
Yeah, originally he killed Santa with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Don't you think that would make him fearful the rest of his career?
Right?
Yeah. Like always
Okay, let's get some
Looking out for
bulletproof
someone.
Could do
Kevlar
it.
lining in this jacket.
Oh man. Yeah.
Do you
have
have
you guys
another
seen
one?
Christmas with the Cranks?
Yes.
I love that one
I don't think I
too.
have.
Because that one's
It's
also
stressful.
Is that one of Tim Allen ones
Yeah,
too?
yeah. Yeah, I love that one too.
I've seen
It
the
is-
scene, like,
it
they
is
get-
stressful though because it's like, oh, come
If
on.
you like things clean and organized and working well, it's a
Yeah.
nightmare.
Yeah, it's just stressful.
and especially with like the party planning and,
And the ham.
Is that the
yeah,
one
the
where they
ham.
get?
The ham. Mhm.
Is that the one where they get Botox?
Yeah. Well, he gets Botox. Yes.
I just remember seeing this
and,
scene.
and a really bad tanning
like-
experience. Yeah.
His face is all stressed.
and he's like trying to eat. Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same
It's a good
feeling
one.
I get with like I guess it's a Thanksgiving movie, but planes, trains, and automobiles.
Oh yeah.
Where like the
I've
whole
seen
time
that.
things are
What?
going
I
wrong.
know. I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, that's actually a
I would
Thanksgiving
recommend
movie.
it. It is
Yeah.
very funny. It's just you have to be prepared for things to go wrong
There's
a
the
lot.
one scene where he's trying to rent a car that's very specifically quite vulgar. But yeah, my mom again loves that movie, and then she's like, "Oh, there's this
You
nasty
see my
part."
filter, I can't remember these things. I
Yeah.
just block them out.
There's a TV version.
Like, there's there.
There's
Maybe
a
that-
version for TV
Oh, that's
where
probably
they
all I've ever
Okay.
seen is the
edited
TV
out.
version.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's oh man, John Candy is hilarious. So you need to watch that movie. It feels like a Christmas
is Steve
movie.
Martin in that one
Yep.
too?
Yes.
Okay.
John Candy and Steve Martin.
You ever seen the best Christmas pageant ever?
No.
Is
I
that
was
the
raised
one?
on that.
I think Wade watched
Uh-huh.
a lot as a kid too. Yeah,
With the Herdmans.
yeah. I think
What's
we watched
that
a
one
bit of it
about?
last year.
Okay. So it's a church putting on a Christmas pageant. They do it every year with the kids. But then the regular lady, so kind of like our Sheila,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So like high functioning, knows how to get things done.
Yeah.
Kids respect her. Breaks her leg and is out.
Oh no.
And so some poor parent is handed the Christmas play and is told this better be good. And so she's like
Whoa,
trying.
better be good. Like that sounds a little bit
Yeah,
threatening.
that's
Well, I
like-
mean, all the women gospers in the church are, well, she's probably going to fail. So she's got to succeed, you know, because they're kind of rooting against her. So
Huge
then,
pressure.
you know, the
There's a
first
lot of
time
How
they,
about they come
Sure.
together and like support each other? you know?
Yeah.
that makes for a bad movie.
No. Then there's no conflict. We need conflict.
We need a conflict in every
What if they're
movie.
vegan? No, we'll save that one for later.
Oh my
This is so great. I'm gonna watch that. I'm so excited to see it. Okay, so then anyway, so like the first practice, everyone comes together. The children are getting their roles, right? And then these horrendous children show up who don't go to church.
They're like the hooligans.
They're the hooligans. Yeah, they don't know the Lord, and they're all kinds of trouble. They're bullies at school, and so they show up and have decided they're going to be in the Christmas play. And
Like
so no
if
one
you
can
picture
tell
in the
them no.
1940s, like the street kids that are like,
Yeah.
"Hey, Mister, how you doing?" It's like those kids.
Yeah, it's true. The herdmans.
Yeah.
So they show up and they basically threaten violence against anyone who wants to take their roles. So like one of them's Mary, and like they're the shepherds, and all the other kids are afraid to be shepherds because they're going to get beaten up by the herdmans that are there. One of them's the angel of the Lord. It's really funny. So it's kind of like the mishaps that get them there, and then the miracle of
And
Christmas.
it's like-
Maybe gotta add this to my Christmas.
It's actually kind of like-
Christmas watching.
it was
list. Yeah.
very good.
I think we watched it last year at Wade and Danielle's because Wade
yeah.
wanted to share it with, because I don't think we'd ever seen it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I remember it. It's kind of low budget,
Oh yeah.
but fairly impressive story
Oh yeah.
for what they had,
It's true.
and some decent acting. But like
Yeah.
you start watching it, then you're like, is this like a home movie that like someone made, or but
it's
it's like
old,
it
right?
is- it
It's
is old,
old.
but it's just like it's like actually like impressive. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
very good.
The best Christmas pageant.
It's good that you got to watch it as an adult.
Mm.
I try to show it to my nephews. No appreciation at all. I'm like, this is special to me. Watch
Yeah.
this.
They're like, no.
Love it like I did.
yeah. You're missing it. You're missing
Yeah.
it. Shh.
I
We have
want
to
to
go
live
back.
vicariously through you. Enjoy this.
We have to rewind it. Sorry, we just have to watch the whole movie again, actually.
Did you see that?
Tell me you loved it.
Yeah.
Well, because the kids eventually come around and start like appreciating the story, what they're telling, right? Is
Oh,
that-
right.
that
Yeah.
What happens?
Oh, yeah. And it was
Yeah.
the best Christmas
The best.
pageant ever.
Yeah, like, well, the title says this, so it's got to happen.
Yeah,
at some
spoiler
point.
alert. But it
Yeah.
was so good.
Yeah.
Oh man, people always talk about like White Christmas or all of those
Oh,
like
yeah.
old Christmas
I
ones.
liked watching those when I was a
Never
kid.
seen them.
Yeah.
I've never seen them.
Bing
I just-
Crosby, Fred Astaire. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Maybe this is the year.
Oh, there's,
Probably not.
I think,
I've got too many other Hallmark movies to watch.
I can't remember if it's in, I got to Google this quick because I want to make sure I got this right. One of those movies, it's either White Christmas. I'm not.
Is White Christmas the one that's really long? One of them just goes on forever.
I don't know. So there's White Christmas and Holiday Inn is another one. Both, I think, have Bing Crosby as lead. And one of those, they actually mention Medicine Hat.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Why?
Yeah, exactly.
He's talking about, I think he's
They
talking.
saw our tree lighting. They were very
did.
impressed.
Very
They
impressed.
did. They saw our Christmas decorations back in the day.
So they actually, I don't know. He's on the phone. The scenes he's on, Bing Crosby's on the phone with someone, and he says something about, I don't know if he's traveling or someone else is traveling, and he says, yeah, they're coming down by way of Medicine Hat.
Hey,
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
how about that?
So we were in a popular movie back in
Very
the 50s,
cool.
Congratulations,
40s.
Medicine
Yeah.
Hat.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Slip them $20.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, but yeah,
Cool.
little bit little shout out to our little hometown here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent.
You know, it's a pretty great little
Yeah.
city.
Yeah, not bad.
We like it.
We have 2 trees.
We choose
lit
to
up.
live here on purpose.
1.5, actually.
Yeah, 1.5 trees. 1.5 trees.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Do you have any Christmas traditions, Alicia, you want to share with us?
Oh man. I think we do your traditional stuff. We always read the Christmas story before we open presents.
Which gospel do you read from?
Luke. I think we
What
read from Luke.
translation?
Quite confident it's usually the NIV.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know.
You're an NIV family, are you?
I personally like the NLT.
Me too.
I think it's starting to spread.
Yeah.
But then we also sing Christmas carols.
Nice.
And I think that's
Do you
the
go door to
worst
door,
part
or
because
do
I
you
Oh,
think
man.
no, like
At
before
home?
we open the presents, we're just sitting in the room. But I think that's the worst part because like you've read the Christmas story and everyone's like, okay, like we like this is like
And
But then you just want the presents so bad. Oh, we open our presents in the evening, which maybe gives some context.
Christmas.
Always in the
Day?
evening. Yeah. No, so like growing up, we were always Christmas Evers.
Yeah,
Always.
same-
Okay.
same
Literally
here.
always opened our presents Christmas Eve.
Yep.
And then we would just wake up when we wanted to Christmas
Never
morning.
Christmas
and
morning?
Never, ever. No,
Really?
never, ever,
Same
ever.
here.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think
And I never
You
complained.
guys missed out.
You
an
can-
evening
You missed
earlier?
out. Like,
Yes, please.
Oh my goodness.
you can edit this out if you want because we maybe have younger listeners. If you're a younger listener, stop listening now. Just turn this off.
This is on them.
But like we were never taught about Santa ever. And so we just decided that was like an easy workaround was like we just opened our presents Christmas Eve. So then there's like no fat intruder showing up in our house to give us stuff, right? Like my parents wanted that credit. We bought you this.
Yeah.
This is not from Santa. This is from us.
This is
we
from
paid
us.
for this.
We worked hard.
So
So we
could
always
afford
did
this.
that.
Yeah.
But like the Christmas carols, I think is just hysterical because it's kind of like that's the only thing between you getting to open presents, right?
Yeah.
And so then there's always that one family members who like, oh, another one, or like,
Yeah,
oh, what
yeah.
about this one? You can just see the kids are
man.
dying, like
Yeah.
they're just like, I hate this, like silent night, like they're trying to get through it. And then sometimes I'm kind of the worst. My tradition personally is to try to irritate my dad, and so he really, really does not like the 12 days of Christmas. But I have learned that like if I have extended family there, like my aunt in particular, who really likes to like bother my dad, like that she never grew out of that, or my grandma, like they will get so
Yeah.
into that song, like they'll
Yep.
do actions,
because it
the whole
bothers your
thing,
dad.
and like
Yeah.
it makes it more fun.
Oh, amazing.
So
love
I
that.
usually try to throw that in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that why
great.
you brought the tradition of the 12 days of Christmas at our youth banquet?
No, I just actually thought it would be so fun. I just
So we
one year,
have each
That's so
table
funny.
stand up for each gift.
you know, the
Okay.
Reliant
Yeah.
K version,
Yeah,
it all
yeah,
happens
yeah.
very quickly. So like, I just thought it would be so funny. Like I started this actually in Calgary when I was
okay.
working at Grace Baptist with the youth group there. I just like every table or whatever group
The
had like
tradition
one of the
continues.
days, you know, like be in a clump. And then as soon as it yells your part out, you have to like do that action very quickly.
Nice.
And it's fun. I love it.
I was a lord leaping back at the soundboard. Felt very awkward.
so
but
fun.
It's a piper piping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just wait. We need to go back to the fact that you guys only did Christmas stuff on
Yeah.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Yep.
okay, we
So-
didn't. We just opened gifts Christmas Eve. We still did stuff Christmas Day.
Right, but what do you do?
On Christmas Day,
Yeah.
Play with our
Sleep in.
toys,
Sleep
eat a lot
in.
of food,
sleep in, play with our toys that are
relax.
already opened.
Okay,
I
so
don't have to bother my parents to wake up.
Michael and I, we would have a sleepover when we were younger, and we would.
Do you know you lived in the same house already? Or
This would be like an
Oh,
actual
special.
sleepover, a
Special.
special sleepover.
Okay.
Oh, Michael
Like-
is her brother.
Yes,
Yeah.
Michael is my brother,
yeah,
by the
just
way.
to clarify.
Oh boy.
Context is very important.
Context. Michael is my brother.
Yeah.
We grew up in
welcome.
the same house.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael. But yeah, we would bring a mattress either into my room or his room. I think
Yeah.
mainly because we would have grandparents staying, so then one of us would be kicked
yes.
out of our rooms
This is
anyways.
mandatory.
Your parents are trying to make
so
something
it was
fun
like,
out of it.
yes, it was
Yeah.
like, oh, you get to have a
Special.
sleepover. And then, but yeah, we would wake up so early
Mm-hmm.
because we would have then the stockings.
Like 4 a.m.
Yeah, 1 year, yeah. But like, I'm serious, like 5 or 6 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah, and we would get up so because we were just so
So
excited.
you're in the same situation.
my
What do you do
family
with the
could
rest of
never-
your day? By the
Oh.
time that you're done, we're just waking up.
Well, yeah. But yeah, it's like it becomes, I guess, like a games day or like playing with the things that you got. But
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
sleep in. Now that like we're not at home with our parents anymore, we just kind of go over mid-afternoon,
Yeah.
play some games, have supper. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
nice to be able to sleep in, and you've already opened your presents.
we still don't sleep in. Like I'm
No.
gonna be going over and sleeping over at my parents' place. I know. Good.
So do you
just
go-
like the good old days.
Do you guys still open in the morning?
We do.
So you arrive at the house
Yeah.
and just wake everyone up?
Well, and mainly because I will 5 a.m.
All right.
It's
Get up,
time.
everyone.
It's time. The dogs are barking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think also we did it that way because our like Christmas meal was always in the early afternoon. We never did it like late at night. We would do, or like normal dinner time. We
Right.
would do 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
Oh.
So then you're like playing with your stuff or like opening up gifts. We would usually do the Christmas story as well.
Right. What gospel did you guys read from?
I can't remember. We
I'm
had
sure
like
it's New
this.
Living. That's your dad's favorite.
Well, yeah. But yeah, it was like, it's fun, but we do that all before like 2 or 3 and then it's dinner, like Christmas dinner and then games. So
Christmas Eve would be hard for you anyway as a pastor's kid, eh?
yeah.
It's kind of like one of those days where it's like, well,
It's been earlier, but
So
I like a later service, but
The service we switched from having a 7 o'clock service to a 2:30 4
and 5:30.
and 5:30.
Yeah.
So then we can actually
Yeah.
get away. So it's been nice for us that
yeah.
open gifts on Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. It's not a problem for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing is I think Christmas Eve was always busy because we were always doing the
it
Christmas
just
Eve
wasn't an
service.
option.
So it wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's fair.
now we get out earlier, but
Yeah.
yeah.
What are you going to do with all that extra time Christmas Eve?
Don't know. More games, I guess.
Sing some carols.
Go to bed earlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we got to get up early.
Got to get up at 3 a.m.
okay. What is the worst gift? We asked some teens. What's the worst gift?
No, the weirdest gift.
Okay, weirdest gift.
We asked
that's
Oh,
nicer.
boy.
Yeah.
Weirdest gift you've ever received for Christmas. Notorious
Some
sock
Tupperware.
givers.
And I was, socks,
I feel like
Tupperware.
now-
But I wasn't even an adult for the Tupperware. I was like 9.
I would get excited about Tupperware now.
Now I would. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I do with
just,
this?
Yeah.
It's funny, but it's
You put
hard.
your stuffed animals in the Tupperware. Keep them sealed, locked away.
Use it to hit your brother.
But what if Toy Story's real? Am I just locking them away?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh man, I know.
Worst gift? I have 2 because I thought they were both kind of funny. I think it actually was the same Christmas. I got dog poop bags.
Oh.
I mean, at least I did have a
Recently?
dog, but I thought that was a really weird, like, how thankful can you be for poop bags?
Yeah.
And pin the mustache on the cowboy.
Oh wow, interesting. And did you ever
At some
play
point,
that
it's
game?
Do
like,
you want to tell us who it's from?
no, like at one point, like I did take it to youth group actually, and I thought that I made the kids play it because I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? It's very weird.
Yeah.
But like just the idea that someone went shopping,
Yeah.
saw pin the mustache
Oh,
on the
Alicia
cowboy,
would love
and
this.
thought of
Thought
you.
it- yeah.
You know,
She would love this game. I know for a fact.
I think this is where like at least for my gifts, I'm like, well, it was my grandma. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
she's trying
Yeah,
her
right.
she's trying her best.
Doing
She's
what she
like,
can.
I'm thinking of you. Like, here's
Right,
some
yeah.
stuffed animals. You know, I'm not old enough for it, but like, here you
Yeah.
go. You know,
Yeah.
or I'm too old for it. Not that I'm not old enough. But that is interesting because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, maybe like I'm curious. Who's that from?
Yeah.
I like
Who's thinking?
cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting
Trying
what
to think
goes
of the
through
weirdest
people's
gift I
minds
got.
for gifts.
The one that came to mind, I was telling kids at youth the one night we asked it. I got this. So back in the day, when you got a game for your computer, you didn't download it from Steam. You got a box with a DVD in it.
It's true.
Then the game came on.
You had to install it.
Yeah.
Yeah, to install it. And
And it would take
I
some
knew
time.
I knew the specific size of the box. So there was a box under the tree that was the same weight and size as a box for a computer video game.
Okay.
And I was like, I've been asking for the Incredibles video game for PC. This has to be it. And my parents are like, well, you never know. Like, maybe it's not.
Oh no.
And then Christmas, I opened it. And it's a digital encyclopedia with visual aids, I think. So like you would
A
like
learning
search.
tool.
Yeah, it was a learning tool. And I was expecting this entertainment. It was a learning tool.
Oh man.
I don't think I think I installed it, but I don't think I ever used it. But you know, like I think my parents were just like, you know what, Levi's very techie. He loves his computer. Maybe this will be something he enjoys. So the thought was there. They did their best.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just
Wow.
and so this is why now my mom insists I select my own gifts. It's like, I don't want to get you something that you're not going to enjoy. I'm like, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. That one comes to
man.
mind.
Yeah.
But I think, otherwise, like, I think there was a sweater one year that was kind of wool and really itchy. And I didn't like,
the
but
clothes.
These things happen.
but it's
yeah.
like,
yeah.
it's
It's
nice.
never really something we pick out for
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
We
as an
should,
adult, you're like, oh, I would appreciate it more. But as a kid, you're like, really? Clothes? But
Get beat up for stuff like that. What's the quote from Home Alone? What's the sweater his grandparents gave him?
Oh, I
I
can't
don't remember.
Is it a big purple dinosaur or something like that? I don't
I
remember.
can't remember.
Gotta be careful.
Okay, what was your favorite gift that you guys got for Christmas?
Oh no.
One year, this is totally like an adult gift. This is not like something you get excited about as an adult, but not as a kid. I was like so this was a gift I didn't even ask for. So Wade was paying attention. I was like, so I'm known in my family, I don't mean to brag, I'm known as a good gift giver. Because I start one year, I'm like trying to get gifts for people and I don't know what to get them, but I'm like, I remember them saying they wanted something, but I can't remember what it was. And so I keep a notes in my phone when someone mentions that they would like something. I write it down. So then
That's
when it's their
smart.
birthday or
Smart.
Christmas,
That's the way to go.
it makes it so much easier. Takes out all the stress because I just have a list to go to. So one year, Wade took a tip from this because I was having some back problems. I'm like, yeah, my chiropractor said I should get one of those foam rollers. And so Wade got me this foam roller and I unwrapped it. I'm like, oh, hey, I need this. This is what I'm saying. Wade's like, yeah, I know. You mentioned it the other day. And I was like, yeah, this is what I want. And it helps, I roll my back on it, cracks.
Well, that's so nice. Good
makes
job,
it.
Wade.
That's the best part, I think, when people like pay attention to what
Yes.
you're wanting, but you don't necessarily, you're not going to like buy that for yourself or you're not excited to. It's like,
Because you don't even know if they.
Yeah.
It's like it's a real surprise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have an answer?
Best gift.
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten some really good gifts. Like my mom is top-notch gift
Yeah.
giver. She pays attention. She knows.
Well, this mug for instance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. She pays attention. She knows. But yeah, I think probably one of the most memorable, like really good gifts was when I was younger. There was this little box with a note in it and it said, "Follow the hearts." And my mom had like placed these sticky notes all around our house. And then I went down and it was like this massive stuffed horse that was like huge. And then and I was really into horses back then. But yeah, it was really cute. And I was like, oh, I was so excited. Like I still remember that feeling, you know, of just like, oh,
the excitement you were feeling.
The best gift. Yeah. But I've gotten like great gifts too, where it's like, yeah, you're paying attention. Like you remember, but
I just remembered this one year. My mom got us, I'm dating myself, bought a brand new N64. I'm saying how old I am. But she got a brand new N64 from Zellers, but bought it in front of me for Christmas.
Oh.
I'm like, because I think I was like, hey, Mom, that's the game that
Did she even try? Was she like, this is for your cousin? Or like,
No.
And did you know? Like, did you realize? Like,
Well, I pointed it out to her. I'm like, this is the thing that we want. And she's like, and she just started buying it. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Funny.
That's great.
Come back later. Like, why are you buying?
No, because like how? Okay, wait, how old were you guys then?
Oh man,
like younger? Because I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's a lot of work to take kids out shopping. She's like, I'm not going to get another time.
I might have been like 5
out.
or 6 or something.
she's like, he's dumb. He'll forget.
Honestly, I'm like, did she just think I was going to forget about it?
Yeah,
But I didn't. I'm like, I'm excited about this. So I think she like put it in the shopping cart and was like, yeah, you can't tell Danielle about it. I'm like, are you kidding me?
You're like, this is the
so
biggest
unfair.
secret.
How am I going to get through the holidays?
Okay, so I accidentally, I say accidentally, but I don't know if maybe I was snooping on purpose to try to find gifts. Have you guys ever done that? Okay.
No, I've never intentionally. I've accidentally come across a gift though.
Okay, yeah, because they're
And I was like, oh shoot.
you're like, and you just know you're like, oh no.
Yep.
Well, yeah, my parents were gone. Grandma was watching us. I claim that something fell like underneath my parents' bed or something like. I
this
look
doesn't sound like
underneath
an
the bed.
accident, Sarah.
I can't remember. But probably on
Seems
purpose.
legit.
Yeah. And I look and I see the Nintendo GameCube, and I had to keep that a secret for. I think it was only a few days though.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I was
Pretty
like,
exciting, though.
Michael, you can open this one because I already know
already
what it is. But that was a good
So did your
gift,
parents
too.
find out that you knew?
Yeah, I told them because I was like,
Were you,
I
like,
felt guilty.
bad?
Oh, so you were crying.
I felt guilty. I don't know if I
ruined Christmas.
I was like, I saw the gift. I had to tell someone because I was like, I'm so excited.
So
But,
long
like,
as it's wrapped in the right wrapping paper, though.
Yeah,
then
exactly.
It's okay.
Exactly. Then it's fine.
I'll tell you my favorite gift, and then we should probably show this prop you brought, and then
Oh,
go
yes.
home because I'm very hungry.
Oh yeah! Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
gosh.
this is maybe
Wow.
our newest, longest.
Yeah.
This might be 2 episodes anyway. We'll find
Yeah,
out
who
here.
knows?
My favorite gift is better than your favorite gift. I'll just warn you.
Okay.
Jesus,
Oh,
Wow, Alicia.
wow.
take that.
Well, now we look really bad.
Now we look so materialistic.
What is my favorite gift of Christmas?
Wow. That's a good one. That's a good one.
God
Father,
come down to
forgive me.
earth to save us. Very grateful for that.
But
Wow.
you know,
Best gift
hey,
ever.
as
Thanks,
you guys
God.
are unwrapping your gifts and listening to this podcast over the
Yes.
holidays,
Yep.
just remember
The reason for this
Jesus
season.
loves you.
Yeah.
And the reason,
But for real,
I feel
Jesus
so
does
set
love
up there.
you.
Yeah, like
not a
it's
joke.
Like
I know.
I feel bad.
I know. I feel bad too.
Yeah,
I'm
good.
sorry,
That's how I
Jesus.
wanted to end
Being
this.
so excited. When my
Will you show us your prop?
materialistic- Yeah.
So if you've been on social media at all recently, you will see this trend of a certain item carrying a certain thing. And Sarah's going to show us this
Might need
Oh,
blanket.
yeah.
help here, but I don't know.
I don't know how far I reach.
How far should I?
Oh, careful. You might have to take the headphones off.
Don't want to pull here.
And if you're listening, you're going to want to go to our YouTube channel to watch this part. It's
Am I tall enough to?
it's a little red truck hauling a Christmas tree.
And it says, "This is my Hallmark watching Christmas."
Christmas movie watching blanket. Yeah, this is my Hallmark Christmas movie watching blanket. And it's a little red truck hauling a Christmas tree.
It's nice and cozy. It's very nice.
Is that from this year?
No, this is from 2
Wow.
years ago, I think.
So have you seen this trend of little red truck hauling a Christmas
I
tree?
don't think I have actually.
So there's like this one guy noticed all these Christmas things that are of a little red truck hauling a Christmas tree. And so he's got like 1 million items in his house of a little red truck hauling a Christmas tree. And so it's become a trend.
Okay.
You'll have to look it
That's
up.
the theme for
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah, a little red truck hauling a Christmas
So
tree.
check that out.
Yeah.
Share this episode with your friends. Watch some
Yep.
Hallmark movies.
Yep.
Think of us. If you find the one about pancakes, please let us know. And besides that, like, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
See you
Merry
in the new year.
Christmas. Thanks for watching us.
Bye.
You're all great. Bye.